But when everything updates and makes you sign back in and then makes you prove you who you are.
Yep. I think every device we had today made me update.
When everything updates and makes you sign back in and then makes you prove you who are.
That's better.
There we go. All right, guys, come on in. Happy Sunday night.
Hello.
We are going to be live on YouTube. I will be manning Zoom over here. Lance will be manning YouTube over there. So everybody, if you've got questions, you want to type them in on YouTube, send them in over there. Tell us where you're from, where you're watching from. Over here, jump in, unmic. Let's have a good conversation tonight and get going. We've got a good week in front of us. Everybody doing the drboz 21-day thing. This is starting our clean fast week of the 21-day challenge. So anybody that is doing that with us, advanced people are going to do a clean 72. Beginners are going to set a goal for a 72, but whenever everybody can make it, we're expecting everybody to make it 36. But we're putting everybody to go to at least 48. So is what we're really trying for. Then when they have to break, if they can't make it to the 72, then sardines is your option to fill in those 72 hours. So that is what we're going to do to try to help anybody that's taken the 21-day course or keto continuum. We know how your chemistry will carry you through this fast. If you're ready and your chemistry is ready, your chemistry will carry you. So you're not white knuckling it through. Everybody good over there? Good?
Yeah.
So that's what we're trying to do, get going here. Scott, since you're not Scott, come in and tell me your name. Come on in, unmic and come in. There you go.
Okay. Dana. I'm sorry. I'm Dana. I don't know why my
all right.
name.
You're fine. Have you done keto continuum and everything? Are you familiar with what we're talking about?
Oh yeah. I've been doing it since I got the book last year.
Okay. I just want to make sure I wasn't throwing you a curve there, throwing it stuff out of there.
No.
Hang on. We got a couple people still trying to get in here. Hang on. Oh, can you send him the link? Jeff. Okay, so anyways, the rest of us, what we're doing was setting the goal for the 72, and then we're going to try to push it as far as we can. When we need to tap out, your goal for the rest of the 72, whether that's from 48 or on, is the sardines. And again, most of you know, Lance loves them. Me, not so much. It's still a challenge to get them down, but I just checked my numbers and he's got my phone. I'm amazed. As much as I do not like these little suckers, what they do for my chemistry is amazing. I'm not even 12 hours into a fast yet. My glucose is down to 74. My ketones are 1.4. And I feel good that it is just such, I wish I could give you an answer to say, here's something you can do instead of, or in place of, or whatever. Those little boogers just need to go down because they feel so good. So that is what we're doing. I'm going for 72. I'm going to have to listen to my body and see what's going on. I know I got cardio rehab and stuff coming up this week, so I might have to play a little bit with this fast and tap out at 48. But if I tap out, I'm tapping out with sardines to finish my 72. If I feel good, I may try to push and see how I do, but I'm going to have to play it by ear. He's going for the 72. Do you want
Yep, going straight 72 clean.
72 clean. So that's where we're jumping in at. And
certainly going to try anyway.
Yeah. So I know we got a busy week coming ahead. We're still coaching over in Dr. Boz's 21-day course. So that makes for a big long day because we do her course in the morning and her people and coaching, and then we work with our people in the evenings. So it's a big long day. So I'm going to try to do the best I can on my fast. Most of the time, if I stay hydrated good and keep my salt handy, I will be good. So this is actually easier for me than eating sardines all day. So this part I can handle and do it and get moving forward. So am I forgetting anything?
I don't.
Moving forward, I got to remind everybody, KetoCon tickets are going to keep going up. So anybody that's on the fence and able to go use our code JTK50, will save you $50 off. But I would love to have all the familiar faces I could. I will be speaking twice down there while I'm down there. And it's going to be speaking on the level of what some of us have to do, the levels we have to go to heal our body. And it's just, not everybody has to go full in like I do. Some people can kind of jump in a little bit and it still work for them. I was one of those unfortunate people that I have to keep my nose to the grindstone and stay right on course to get it going. I have to cut the creamer. I have to cut the sweets. I have to eat the sardines. I have to do everything in my power to do this. So it's just one of those, the differences in our bodies is just amazing of how each person is so different. So not fair for you guys that are jumping in and doing good, but it is what it is.
That's right.
So we're here. Okay. So that's our story and we're sticking to it. KetoCon coming up, jump in if you can. I think it's it. That's about it for us. We had a good week. So we're moving forward. Come on in, Linda and Rod. Come tell me how you're doing. Rob. I did. So I said.
I thought you said Rod.
It's just an R. We're just R. Linda and
Hi. R.
R.
Well, I tried to do the fasting and the sardine fast thing, and my body didn't feel ready. I couldn't do it. So I went back to what I know.
Yep. Good job.
Other than that, everything's been going good. We went out to dinner last night, which is the first time in a restaurant. We ordered the ribeye, hold the potato, hold the broccoli, 2 Caesar salads.
Yes. Win.
How'd it go though? How was it? Was it good?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Did you walk away feeling like, oh my gosh, I only got to eat this ribeye and salad?
No. I told Rob, I feel like I was in control when I told the waitress that I was in control.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's
Just for the mindset. I mean, that's great.
Yep.
Yeah. The one thing we didn't do is when we said, the Caesar salad, we didn't even think about it. When they came, it was covered with croutons,
Yeah.
We have to next time hold the croutons, but we
Yeah.
pushed them aside. That was no problem.
That's awesome.
But think
Yeah.
of how far you've come. Just that choice right there. Just that decision walking into the restaurant, knowing what to order, ribeye, double Caesar salad, extra dressing, no croutons. How simple, how easy, how in control. So good for you, Linda. Perfect. And again, we walk away from that feeling so full and satiated. We eat like kings and we feel good about it. We do not walk away feeling like, oh my gosh, I didn't have this or I didn't. It is like, I'm good. I'm good. It's really good. So good
Oh,
job.
it had garlic butter on it too.
Well, there you go.
Perfect.
Garlic
Okay,
butter.
so when you said that you tried the sardine challenge and you didn't feel you was ready, did you just feel like your chemistry wasn't ready? Your mental game wasn't ready? What was you falling into? Did you not feel well? What happened?
No, I did not feel well. But the last few days I have been feeling extremely tired. Like when I wake up in the morning, I could take a nap like 10 minutes later.
Are you getting your fats in you?
Well, I'm trying, I keep trying to reach that mark with the fats, but
How about your salt?
It's
Are
a
you
struggle.
keeping your salt up? Getting that sodium in you?
I'm trying to do that too.
Okay.
I give my fat coffee in the morning a shake of it, and then I've been drinking the electrolytes all day. I do a couple doses of those just to keep it up, and I'm not getting cramps at night, but maybe it's my salt because my blood pressure's dropped. Was 95 when I got up this morning, over 59.
Oh, wow. Are you on blood pressure medication or anything?
I'm not on
No.
any medication.
Nice.
So
Damn.
So I would only say if you're getting sluggish or anything like that, make sure you're keeping your water up and make sure you're keeping that salt in you. And that's perfect, especially if you're going down that low. You want to keep everything filled up, keep that water in you, keep the salt in you, do all the things that you know to do so you keep feeling well and get you feeling, get you feeling good. Any questions? Anything I can help you with this week?
I don't
I
know.
don't think there was, no. You were just concerned about being exhausted.
Yeah, the tiredness.
Yeah.
I may try it again. The other, excuse me. The other thing is we're busy during the week, so it was hard to even stay on it because, Rob plays on the worship team at church, and on Wednesdays he has to be at practice by like 5:00, and then we go on to our open home fellowship group right after that we do. And so
If we're going to do a fast, we got to really pick a good time slot. So far, we haven't figured that out.
Yep. And that's one of the keys to help you get that fast done is figuring out where it fits into your normal schedule, where it fits best in your normal schedule. So that is definitely a puzzle.
We always end up doing that after Sunday church. We come home and either have family dinner, or like today we came home and just had our sardines and got it over with, and then start our fast, because that gives us Monday to work, Tuesday to work, Wednesday to break our fast. So you might need to take that and shift, through the week of when it will work for you. But we love being able to have still family dinner on Sunday, but then keep busy Monday, Tuesday. And
I have Bible study on Monday, and I just worry about going smelling like those sardines.
Right. We all do. It's like, oh, it's awful. I mean, I'm struggling because my air fryer is on the back porch on the deck. And I said, we're going to start bringing in stray cats or something coming down because I cook them outside. I cannot stand them in my house. So it's like, oh, whew. But do what you can do to get them in you. You really can. And, those sardines, if you have to eat them out, whatever, do whatever you got to do. If you can get them in you, they're little magic. I swear. I don't know what they do, but they're magic.
Well, I know we try to do at least one a week or one or two a week for lunch.
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
so they go down easy enough.
They go down easy enough, but
Frank's
Frank's
for me.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Do.
Just
That. Oh, dude. And if you don't have any Franks, throw some bacon grease in there.
That's the next try I got to do. Yeah.
Dude. Yes. We'll stir it up with the bacon grease. You can even warm them up just a tad or warm up the bacon grease and right over. Oh, yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys are on your own on that one. So good job, Linda. And proud of you. Hang in there, hon. You're doing great. Good job. Come on in, Debbie. You want to come and jump in?
So let's see. No.
Mute. Hi.
There. Hello.
Hi, Debbie.
Hi.
Debbie's rocking. Come on in. Tell us how you're doing.
Well, I had sardines at 2. I started my fast at 2:30. So I began with sardines, and I'm planning on going 72 hours too.
Nice.
So, yep. We just got back from a sauna and float. So I just checked, just a few minutes ago, and I checked my numbers, and my glucose is up to 100, but my ketones are still 3.6. So I don't know what the float does for you, but it was pretty awesome.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Again, it's these silly little things that you can do that sound like they're no big deal, but they are such a win on trying to work with your chemistry, get your chemistry set, get your sleep set well. Numbers like you're having, it is phenomenal. So while your glucose will raise up a little bit when you first get out of the sauna and stuff like that. Don't let that alarm you. You're just deep cleaning. You're cleaning house and you're jumping in and out, and good for you. So our numbers have come so far. I
had that DBR yesterday of 16.
Right.
And I hardly even, I don't even know what I did to make that happen. I was eating, but it was amazing.
Hey, take it, man.
Yeah.
Take it and ride that wave as long as you can, because that's when you're stressing that mitochondria, you're stressing your body, and you're going in the right direction, and keeping that DBR that low. That is just the win. So when you learn how to juggle that, that's how you've learned this to manage it now for a lifetime. So when the 21-day thing ends and stuff like that, then touching base once a week like this and saying, hey, this or that, that's the win in it, that now you know exactly how to navigate through anything coming up. So good job. I'm so proud of you. And I can't believe how far your numbers have already come.
Yeah.
So
Thanks.
good job. Yeah. And anybody for that 21-day one, I have a beginners group this time, and it is, to rush somebody's chemistry for 21 days. We're pushing these ladies.
My first day, my DBR was 1139,
right?
So 15 days ago. So
So we're to see that in 2 weeks. She's went from 1100 DBR to a DBR of 16 in 2 weeks.
Holy Toledo.
Yeah.
So
that's impressive.
It is. And that is just to show you, if you jump in and do this, you can make it work. Some of us drag our feet and have to go a little bit slower at times, but it's still jump in as best you can. Don't make it an excuse, but push your body as far as you can. And Debbie, I'm so proud of you.
I was going to say that's amazing. Your
Thanks.
body reacted that quickly.
I know.
mean,
that's
awesome.
I was like, is my machine working right? But I think it is.
Take the win. You got it. Good
That's
job.
impressive. Good for
Yes,
you.
Absolutely.
Great. Thank you.
Have a great week. I'll see you in the morning.
Okay.
All right. Tanya, do you want to come and check in? Oh, she's left us. There we go. Tanya, do you want to check in, hon?
I've seen her there for a minute.
Seen her pop in.
Apparently not.
What's
She's
her
not.
name?
I want to
All right.
tell you, I am outside at the wood stove, and when I get back in the house, I'll let you know.
All right.
That sounds good.
That's the
I love
reason that I took the video off.
All right, Dana, you want to come jump in until she's ready?
I think I got. All right.
Yeah,
got
there
it.
you go.
Hey, I realized I hadn't done my numbers this evening yet, so I am in the middle of a 72-hour fast too.
Nice.
So I did have some questions. My last 72-hour fast, which I broke it at 64 because you had said if I started getting shaky to
Yep.
go ahead and break it, and I did. But I have chronic pain and on a lot of medicine, but the pain got increased when I was fasting, and it was really strange.
That's weird.
It was like between my shoulder blades. I've got a lot of spine issues, but I never have issues there. So I didn't know what that could be, why I could be having an increase in pain.
I mean, the only thing I could think is if it's stirring, kind of like stirring the muck up in the pond kind of thing.
Yeah,
with
I
fat.
was. The only thing I kind of thought is I had been a couple years ago. The trunk lid fell on my back when I was reaching in, and it's right kind of in that area. But my spine surgeon checked it, and he said everything looked good. So I wondered if maybe that could be like healing.
One thing I would look at if I was you, if you have access to a massage therapist that's trained in myofascial work to break that fascia up for you. If you've had an injury in the back, if you have access to that, that would be great to do some skin rolling and some fascia work to help break it up if that's it. But I'd really be curious to see how your next fast goes, because usually, those ketones in present is that pain reducer,
Right.
so an inflammation reducer. So I would really,
Other than maybe keeping your minerals up, I mean, that's a shot in the dark.
That's an issue too, because the last time I bought my electrolytes, I bought the flavored kind, the mango chili. So I haven't been doing my during my fast. I've been saving that for like after the fast, but I'm trying not to even do that because it's got sweeteners in it. I'm trying to do 0 sweeteners. So
go to your Redmond salt. The Redmond
Yeah.
salt is all the minerals and all the salt without the sweeteners. And it's so cheap. It's so much cheaper than buying the big.
How much do I need to have per day? Like, or is it
As
just
much as you can take without being it, like burning your mouth or something like that. I don't know. I usually do it in my water. And if I don't like the taste of salt, but Redmond's has a different taste to me. So as much as I can tolerate the taste is how much I put in. If I can just barely taste it, I go back and I put more in. You know what I mean? I got to be on that verge of it's almost too salty. But
there's not a dosage.
Exactly. It's everybody's different.
Yeah.
My body might take more salt than yours.
I mean, how much you're sweating out, how much how much fluid are you still losing, things like that. All that's going to change as you fluctuate through that. So put it till you taste it. Your body will tell you, your body's going to say, ooh, that salt tastes really good. Or if you do it and it's like, oh, nope, I've had enough, then
be right back.
You can tap out of it, but you got to get that stimulation going of your body craving it and wanting it. It really does help. So, but listen to your body, but go to the Redmond salt. It's cheap and easy, and it doesn't mess up your fast. So you're safe on that. You're always safe. He puts it in his water. I can't do it that way, but I can salt the dickens out of my food. So it's just I can salt a steak or whatever I'm eating really good. And I can put a little bit in my water, but man, I mean, he puts scoops. Like he literally takes a spoon. We have a little bamboo spoon in our salt. He salts it up and then just keeps watering the thermos down all week, all day at work. But
So could
And then-
that be why I'm having a lot of fatigue because I'm not doing enough salt?
yeah,
All of a
and it's
sudden,
not
I
a
am.
pinch.
I'm gonna do an experiment right now.
It's
I have-
not a pinch.
I have 32 ounces of water right here, and it's right to the top. And got my Redmond salt. I have just a teaspoon. And I would imagine I'm going to take a full teaspoon. I'm going to put it in there, shake it around, and taste it. And it may be enough. It may not be enough. Because when I shake it, that's about what I'm putting in, probably. Because when I shake it, that's what I put in.
It's not a pinch.
It's not a pinch for me.
It's not even a shake.
But I'm gonna
Wow.
and I'm gonna tell you where if that's about right. I can tell by tasting if that's about right. But I mean, I have salt in my coffee. Not that much, probably a fourth of that, maybe.
But just
half
know
of that.
this. He runs 20,000 steps a day at work.
So I roll pretty hard.
So he's on the go. So some of us, if I drink that, I couldn't.
Now that is just like a perfect taste of salt. So I use about a teaspoon in 32 ounces of water, and it's not too salty. It's just enough. Just to give an example.
Okay.
So
Right.
play with it though. But if you are feeling bad or getting any cramps or not feeling good like that, I would always increase it. That's just, I do. I mean, if I start feeling crappy, it's usually because I've either stopped drinking my water or I didn't get enough salt. So, I mean, it's a pretty easy go-to, especially if you're not feeling good and you're hurting. The pain really makes me curious on what that would be. If it's muscle or I don't know.
I
You'll
don't
keep us
know.
posted on that.
Okay, I will.
Because even like with my neuropathy, all the different aches and pains and arthritis and everything that I have when I'm fasting is when.
Where's your glucose when you're fasting?
Around 64 to like 78.
Okay,
Something
cool.
like that.
Well,
Yeah.
I
I'm
know.
just-
That's like I'm so excited about that.
I just thought it was stirring stuff up, like she said, and then that would be a pretty good indicator. But you're
It's
like right
yeah.
in the good range right there.
So you're cleaning house too.
And the
but-
neuropathy is good. The neuropathy, I have really bad neuropathy in one of my feet from scar tissue and damage from a surgery. And I don't have hardly any neuropathy when I'm in my 72-hour fast at all. So
I love that. That's awesome.
that's why it was really weird when I kept having, it was almost like I had an
Yeah.
elephant sitting on the back of my up here.
Here's something to think about too. It could be your body actually realizing other pain because the neuropathy
That
is
happens a
so
lot, yeah.
it is so much pain
Yeah.
in that area. Once that goes away, your body says, "Oh, you have this, by the way." It might be
Yeah.
something like that.
That is something we noticed as I worked my way off the Oxycontin and through the neuropathy and stuff like that. That is exactly what happened. And when the 72 started kicking in and we started doing that repetition of the 72s was the first relief of neuropathy I'd felt in decades. So it literally, as that started to kick in, but that would go away and it'd be like, okay,
Ooh,
all of
my
a sudden
back
it'd be
hurt.
like something else. It's like, where the heck did that come from? And I think literally because neuropathy is such a bad pain, I almost wonder if our body
Blocks
feels
it
the
out.
worst pain that's going on and kind of puts everything else on the back burner because you can only deal with so much. So I wonder if that's your body's way of, okay, the neuropathy's not killing you, but we got to work up here too. So I would just play with it a little bit, but that repetition of those 72s is literally the first when I really started feeling reduction in my pain and keeping that low DBR nice and steady. And that is where that neuropathy and everything started changing for me. And that was the only thing that's ever changed that neuropathy. So you know how bad that stuff is. So kudos to you, but keep that DBR low and rock out those 72s, reevaluate when you get at the end of those 8 weeks and keep going. But I would play through that with the water and the salt until you get going. So good job. Nice work. Any other questions?
Nope, those are the only two things I had issues with.
Okay, good job. Have a good week.
Yes.
Come on, Janet. You want to come jump in? Nope.
No.
Okay. You're good. Okay. Come on, Wayne. Come fill us in. Rock star in the house. Come on.
Hi, Wayne.
Oh, Pango, I can't hear you.
Can't hear you for some reason. This is weird. You're unmuted. I can see that.
Might have to jump off and jump back on and allow your mic. All right, we'll be back. We'll come back to you.
There he goes. Pow. See you.
Deb, do you want to come check in until he comes back in?
Sure.
Hi, Deb.
Hi,
I
Deb.
am
There you
looking
are.
pretty witchy here because I just got out of the shower.
You
I'm in my
are.
PJs ready for bed.
Oh, there you go.
No doubt. Got to get our sleep. You got to be in class in the morning, right?
I know. So I had to start my 72-hour fast early because I didn't want it to go sideways on me. I don't know whether you remember, but I'm the one that was doing a fast, doing my work, and ended up blacked out on a tile floor and
Ooh.
broke my wrist, hurt my shoulder, and I've got osteoporosis. So it's a darn good thing my hip didn't get hurt. So I'm in no hurry to do that again.
No,
Yes,
I
no,
can understand.
And yeah, so fortunately, let me look. I started, I don't know what time on Friday, so I just said midnight. So I have done midnight tonight will be 48.
Nice.
It's clean
go.
except for 2 Pepsi.
That is not a fast. You just broke your fast
I'm
with
trying.
Pepsi.
I'm trying. It's just, I'm such an addict.
Yeah.
Hey, first step is telling it like you are.
Admitting that addiction is the first
Yes.
problem, but I feel so bad for you because, dear, that absolutely broke your fast. That I just feel bad that you're not getting those
Oh, I
benefits.
can't do it again till next week. But listen to my numbers. That'll
Okay, let
make
me
you
hear.
happy.
Yes.
Now remember that I started with no ketones, and my DBR was 1220.
Ooh.
My DBR today is 7. My
7?
ketone 7.
Wow.
My ketones are 6.4. My blood glucose is 56.
With
All
the
I got to
Pepsi.
say is that's amazing because I can't imagine ever anybody getting those numbers drinking a Pepsi.
He had 2 of them.
Do not
Well,
tell Miss Vicky
It's
that.
a diet Pepsi at least.
No,
Jeez.
that's just
I
a
know.
neurotoxin.
I know.
It's
That's
a
for
little,
you.
it's a little better. Hey, with a DVR of 7,
Who could?
I'm not touching that one.
I was going to say, don't judge me. I got a DBR of 7.
Got a better DBR than any of us can even dream of.
My goodness.
Drinking a Pepsi. But you know what that says? That says how much the other stuff you've removed and changed and done is
how
already
much-
stressing your body.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
from where you were, the changes you have made in these couple weeks here, she's just so everybody knows,
crazy.
Deb is in the 21-day thing with us, and she's done, again, she was a beginner with a DBR of 1200. So we were talking people
Wow.
way in the 200 club, stuff like that, again, doing those steps, she has stressed her body and her metabolism enough in a couple weeks, doing these steps one by one as her body can do it.
I don't think I've ever gotten down into single digits.
Right?
I mean, last year I was rocking it. And
I'm afraid of
Never.
what will happen by the end of my 72 fast. Can you
Well,
go too low?
Okay, let me address that. Go by how you feel. If you're going low and you feel good and you're rocking and you're making ketones and you feel like a rock star, wear that cape and enjoy it. If you
Okay.
get to where you're feeling shaky, jittery,
ready to pass
dizzy,
out.
anything, tap out for absolutely,
Absolutely.
tap out. But
Okay.
with numbers like that, that just says how much you've changed in stressing your body, that even with having a
Poor
Pepsi
Dana.
in you,
I just seen Dana's face. She must be trying the salt water. I'm sorry.
I put salt in everything because
That's
Dr.
too
Boz
much.
said
Yeah.
my body changed so much. I have
32
to
ounces.
go
do
slow.
salt. So I've got salt in my coffee, salt in my, now see, look here, I'm not always bad. I've
See,
drank this whole thing.
good.
And
And what you need to do is you need to pour that soda stream into your next Pepsi and start diluting it. And start watering that Pepsi down a little bit. So eventually that Pepsi is going to start to be so sweet
Taste
it will
bad.
dead you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So just water it down, start just watering it down very little at the beginning, to enough that you're still, and make it the soda stream fizzy water that you're watering it down with. Just a straight water, make it fizzy, but water down that Pepsi. So you're still getting the fizz and it's not blocking that out.
I love this soda stream.
Yeah, we love
Yeah.
it. We use it every night.
Yeah.
So, but good job, Deb. And again, with DVR, I am so proud of
I
you.
like throws up.
I'm so proud of me because I'm so proud of the sardines is what I'm proud of. Right? Because they're really what started it. And I'm proud that I was brave enough to eat them.
You make the same face as she does.
But let me tell you, I am not doing any mealworms. Not even for Dr. Boz.
No, I haven't told you anything.
No, I'm not going to do that. Not.
Dr. Boz is eating mealworms.
Nope.
Yeah, well, she can have them.
Exactly. Well, I will forward those right to her.
Come on.
Anyways,
You're right.
Nope, not
She's
eating them.
usually right
for
in
me.
tune with what she does.
Yeah, that's
Nah.
it for me.
Yeah.
No, but I'm tapping out on the mealworms. The protein and the fat ratio in them, oh my gosh, is crazy. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm tapping out at the sardines. I can't do it. It just makes me laugh. They said they're nice and crunchy, kind of like popcorn.
Don't care.
Not even
Right?
not even if they're chocolate covered. Nah.
No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Oh, it's bad. It's
Yep.
bad. But Deb, take that DVR and you're gonna
Awesome job.
ride that DVR out because it will change. It won't always stay that good.
No,
enough
I know
and
that.
stuff
Yeah.
like that. So
Yeah.
ride that out. That's just saying how much we're stressing your body and how far you've come in the 21
Mhm.
days. We're only 15 days in and you are killing it. So good job. That's a big change for your body. Keep riding this out until that change doesn't work anymore. Then we'll push you to that next level. So good job.
Yeah.
Ride that
Gotta
out.
clean up all the damage I've done for decades.
That's what we're all
Absolutely.
doing. You're not alone, girl. So
Yeah.
good job
Okay.
and keep going. I'm so proud of
I'm
you.
going to sign out for the next person.
All right. Have a good night. We'll see you in the morning.
Good job, Deb.
All right, Wayne,
Thank
come on
you.
now. You're up.
Can you hear me now?
Now.
Yeah, now we can.
Awesome. Everything was going good this week. It was a reset week where I just got back onto my macros, where I was off the wagon 2 weeks ago. So everything's fine. I'm all set for a 72, get back into 72 hours. I think this will be my 5th of those. So I'm unfortunately have a dinner meeting tomorrow night. So I decided to start after that. So I think
Okay.
Rob and Linda were talking about, trying to figure out how to fit in your schedule. And it's not necessarily going to be the same every week either. I mean, you just kind of got to work with what you got. So, it's keeps your body guessing that way too, I guess, too. So,
A little bit.
It
Yep.
does, but I think that's the beauty. Wayne and Vicky both, they have learned how to navigate these fasting into their lifestyle. And that is, again, another one of the core pieces that you're going to learn how to do, and you're going to learn how to fit it in. And they just went on vacation. They've come home and readjusted, got back on track, cleaning up some glucose and jump right back into their fasting. Now they know exactly what to do to keep their body moving forward. So good job, Wayne. We're just proud of you.
Yep.
Any
If there's
questions that
anybody-
we can help you with?
I don't think so. I was just going to share. I mean, we have a lot of people that are rocking really good numbers on tonight, and not everybody's that way. I mean, when I was on vacation, I was consistently in the 130s. I tested every day. This week after my cleanup, I'm back to where I was with my morning glucose being, around 110. And so,
And Wayne, do you mind telling everybody how high your glucoses used to be, a year ago when we started?
back in August, they were over 200. That's where
Wow,
kind of
that's
scared me to get back on track. So
yeah.
not everybody's going to, I mean, when I was doing my fastings, I got to a point where I'd be down with DBRs in the 50s. You know, I would get my ketones up in the 2s, maybe hit 3, nothing 6s, nothing like that.
Right.
And I would get my glucoses down, you know, in the 80s. And, you know, that's great for me. And that's just what my body is. Obviously we all want to have weight loss, and I've had some good weight loss with that. So, you know, I just want to make sure people aren't discouraged if they're not sitting there with, you know,
Very good point.
Glucose is down in the 60s, like some folks have.
Very good point.
Congratulations to those people that do that, but that's just not everybody.
Right. And that's what makes this so great, is because everybody can take it on their own pace. Their own numbers mean what they mean to them. And everybody's different. I mean, our numbers are drastically different.
And we eat the same exact
and we eat
thing.
the same thing. So it's awesome that you bring that point up, because your numbers with what you are, DBR 50, is huge for you. And that's great. I mean, we look at even like Sandy can rock out some numbers, seriously. And I never got to that point. I mean, I really got leaned out and ripped and right where I wanted to be. And I never had numbers like that. So, and then she has numbers that sometimes tank mine. I mean, she just kills me on ketones. She can make ketones like crazy.
Once I get going.
Once she gets
hard,
going.
It's hard for me to get going, but once I get going, I can usually do that. But not, you know what, another thing that I've noticed a big difference on my ketone production and even my glucose coming down is since I've been on the medication since the heart attack. I struggle for my numbers again. I'm struggling to get them going. So again, it's just something with the medications going in my body. My body does not like toxins, does not like extra things going in. It's just one of those things, but I got to deal with it.
She can only focus on one thing at a time.
Right. Every cell of my body has ADD, not just.
But no, that perfect point, Wayne. That's awesome. Thanks for bringing that up.
Yep. And two, just know Wayne and them have been doing this consecutively for a long. Consistency is the key to this, to keep going. And Wayne and Vicky have rocked it out through the ups and downs. You know, Wayne will kick in, the guys go so much easier, but Miss Vicky with us, she's like me, man. We fight for every number that we get. It's not an easy walk. It's not an easy fight, but that is where the beauty of learning the step by step by step. They can still do it together, but still push each other's chemistry where it needs to be. So good job, Wayne. Thanks for jumping in. All right, Jeff, come and say hi. Jeff's another one from our 21 day.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
Hey.
Hi, Jeff.
Yeah, you know, I was kind of getting into this late. So in the morning, and I think I got my Keto Mojo synced up to go. So in the morning, I'm going to start my readings and start going from there. I could not get my chronometer synced up. It was telling me I had some kind of a bad address to it. So I don't know what happened. Can you resend me the link?
Yes, I will resend you the link
that night, and I couldn't get it to sync up with you guys.
Okay. Well, you can. Yes, I will resend you the link, and we will do that. It's telling me you're approved, and I'm not getting any syncs on the Mojo yet, so I'll have to check out the.
Oh, it's not, because I did it that night. I tried to sync it up with you that night. So
hang on, it might be. It's thinking. No. I will get on that and check it as soon as we get done.
I'm sorry for something I did, but anyway, I want to get that going.
If it does, I'll give you a text and I'll resend the invite to you and we'll get it fixed up.
Okay.
Tomorrow. Right. Can you be on class tomorrow?
Yeah, I can. Okay. And will that sync up, my chronometer, since I started putting information into the chronometer? When I sync up with you guys, will it show you everything?
It won't show me everything, but it'll show me your ratios and stuff. So I'll be able to talk you through that. Well, if we have to stay on after class tomorrow night, we can do that. And I'll help you after.
If I need to, I can screenshot it and send it to you. I don't know how that works, but
we'll figure
it out somehow.
Yeah, we will get you in.
Yeah.
So what's your numbers looking like right now?
I haven't even done the Keto Mojo, so I don't know. I do know that I can't tell you that I have always had high blood pressure. I can't tell you the numbers. I can't remember what the numbers were. It's always elevated. And I have had that white coat syndrome. So I've got one of those at home I can take, for at home readings. But anyway, yeah, traditionally it's been running high. So
Okay.
I'm
All
coming
right.
back
So
to that.
as we push you forward in this, you keep an eye on that. Be testing that blood pressure at home so that you know because when you start losing that inflammation, that blood pressure will drop pretty quick. So make sure you're
Okay,
keeping a track of that. And if you
Okay.
want to tomorrow morning when you wake up, test your
Uh-huh.
glucose, test your ketones, and then sync
Yeah.
it to your app. And then let me
Okay.
refresh on my end. That might be why it's not picking up over here if you've never done a reading on your Mojo. So that could
Yeah.
be it.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
do that first thing in the morning, and then I'll know what to do with your numbers.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds good. All right.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thanks.
All right.
We'll see you in the morning.
Thanks for
Jeff.
being here, man.
Yes, welcome.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yes, we do this every week. So come and jump in.
Every week it's Sunday at
Sunday,
8 o'clock.
Sunday.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Thank you. All right.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Okay.
Go ahead, Janet. You want to jump in?
She said no.
Oh, she's saying bye. Okay. I thought
She said no
I thought she-
again.
Tammy, I've got a question for you.
Yes.
Wayne brought it up, and and he makes a good point when he said, everybody's numbers are different.
Mhm.
As far as like your DBR and what your body type is. But he brought up something that I was wondering about is like the drboz ratio, according to what it is. Like here, I'm looking at the chart in the workbook,
Mhm.
and let's say drboz ratio of 80 is weight loss, 36 is immune repair, 20 is critical care. Now, even though, let's say your ketone and glucose are different, is the DBR going to be the same for everybody if you get within that range?
Yeah.
Or is that
DBR is
different
what
as
you
well?
the DBR is what you need to go by, because that ratio between the glucose and the ketone is that insulin fire that we're trying to put out to help you heal. So that DBR is the number you want to go by. That really matters. That's what's the cool part of that little formula that she figured up, is because then you're not, there's not so many variables. So you use that DBR and it just helps you guide to know, first of all, you want to stay in that low DBR continuously. So whatever you're trying to accomplish, even any of the DBRs to get the results is where you need to stay consistently. If you want weight loss, you have to be 80 and under. That's where the weight loss happens, and you need to consistently stay there. If you want to go to the next level and push down, to below 50 and get that type of healing, then you need to stay there consistently. The longer you do it, the more results you'll get. So that takes the general, how everybody is so different, and puts everybody on the same scale, even though everybody's numbers are different. So that kind of generalizes everybody to say you need to focus on this range if you want to get this healing. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay, very good. Thank you.
Okay.
Yep.
Good. Laura, do you want to come and check in? I know sometimes Laura just listens in. Do you want to check in, Laura? If not,
Joni's here.
Joni, do you want to come check in?
Kind of quiet tonight.
I know.
Sorry, I'm just listening. I'm holding puppies, so.
Well, you got to come on camera and let us see these puppies. We need some oxytocin, right?
Oh no.
I don't even know what it's going to look like if I do my camera.
Oh, it looks perfect. Oh
See?
my gosh.
Goodness, what kind of
Isn't
puppy?
he cute? They're Papillon
Oh.
puppies, and he's 3 weeks old.
Oh, I can smell puppy breath from here.
Oh, and it's the real stuff too, and it doesn't have any glucose in it.
Right?
Nice.
There's
Oh.
not like Diet Pepsi.
Right? Hey, that's better than a Diet Pepsi right there.
Well, I love her though. I love how she said that, but I had 2 Diet Pepsis.
Hey, we all got our
Awesome.
vices. It's all. So, Joni, tell us how you're doing besides loving on that puppy.
Well, I actually absolutely really got into that 72-hour sardine fast. So it was way weird. And I'm going to do another one, but I'm going to start on Tuesday because that's easier than starting on Sunday. So yeah, it was pretty cool. I got nice numbers. My glucose stayed high, and it must just be the body. You said something that glucose fire, and it must just be because my glucose is higher than it's ever been. And it just keeps going that way, but it must just be that that's my mean little body and it finally figured out. So it's just going to try and do what it can.
So you're saying your glucoses are staying high even when you're fasting, or when's your glucose is staying high?
It went down lower, but not as low as it used to be because I'm sorry, baby. It used to be that my glucoses were in the 80s. They were always in the 80s. And then they started creeping up. You can't get me in trouble. His mommy is looking at me. They started creeping up and going into the 90s and then into the 100s. So it's just weird that they have gone up. Because when I do like a 12-week thing, it shows that my glucose is up. But anyway, and we can talk about that maybe tomorrow. But overall, really good.
Good. Well, just know that carb creep does creep in. So we got to, go back to your basics, make sure you're putting in chronometer, but also sometimes it's pulling that glucose out and cleaning house.
Well, that's what I'm wondering if it's not house cleaning because I don't do any carbs. I mean, I was on sardines.
Right. So I would say you're pulling stuff out. Check your sleep, check your eating window, check all your basics. But
if you got the basics boxes checked, you're probably just pulling it out of some serious storage that you had.
Went out of my butt.
There you go.
Those big thunder thighs or something.
Oh, good job, Joni. Love on that puppy.
Oh, I know, they're good.
No.
It's like babies and puppies and
no.
Hey, I had a dream we had a baby the other day. So yeah, I must.
Oh, wow. No.
Way past that stage. I'm on grandma mode times 4 already.
Yeah, grandma.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, hon. Have a good
going,
week.
Joni.
You too. Thanks. Bye-bye.
All right. Anybody else want to jump in? Any questions that we didn't cover? We might actually get out of here and everybody get to bed early tonight.
There
So
you go.
raise that BDNF, get some good sleep, get those ketone production.
Oh, and Dana, I got to tell you, I mean, you got to work with that ratio on that salt because I feel bad because you're drinking out a 20-ounce bottle or if not a 16.9. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, you may have to work your way up to that. Don't hurt yourself. Put it that way. So I saw your face when you first did that. I was like, that's too much.
And you'll get there. Just know as you get used to it, you will. He hated salt. Like he would go. We used to go through a drive-through. He would order French fries with no salt.
No salt.
I'm like, who eats French fries with no salt?
I liked unsalted potato chips. I liked unsalted peanuts. I mean, I hated salt. And now I'm dumping it in my coffee. I'm dumping it in my water. It's like crazy.
We buy the Redmonds in the bucket. That's
the little pail.
We go through so much of it.
These things don't even last a week.
I mean, we go through them like crazy. So, but anybody, make sure you're doing that. Make sure you're using Redmond salt.
Yes,
you're not doing that with the Umbrella Girl salt. That Umbrella Girl salt will kill it all. So do not use that one. When we say we use that much salt, we only use Redmond's to the
Redmond's real salt. That's it.
I keep it in my purse when we go into a restaurant because I won't even use their salt in a shake in a restaurant. So it is not coming at me.
One thing we had the other day, we were out to eat in the morning and we got a breakfast. So I'm like thinking, yeah, breakfast, cool, not a problem. Eggs, bacon, sausage, the good stuff. We got our bacon and she goes, "Oh, this is really good bacon." She took a bite. So I took a bite of my bacon and it's like, something ain't right. Something's there. Boy, this is really good salty bacon. And I said, that's it. It's the bad salt. That's why this tastes. Oh my goodness. We were thirsty for the next 2 days.
It was just awful. It's like you don't realize when you get that stuff out of you and don't have it. It's like, oh wow, it's good for a minute. And then it was like, nope, we're gonna pay for this.
Yep.
And again, it's the first thing I notice is my rings. It's like I start floating, like there's like everything. It's like you just blow up like a blimp in minutes. I swear it's just holding everything and it goes so fast, but it's a good checker though, because as soon as I know my rings are too tight or anything starts feeling funny like that, What am I doing? What did I do? What did I do different? What did I forget? What did I, do your checkbox of making sure you're hitting all those basics. And that really does change things.
And it just, that was just something I would throw out there that
Little learning
to make sure when you guys go out to eat, if something does taste off like that, try to think logically about it, because that kind of sets you up from what we did, yesterday or the day before. It puts us now today, we have to do this, and this to counteract that of what we just did. So keep that in mind when you do that. I mean, Linda and Rob, when you guys went out.
The other thing to learn on that is when you go to a new restaurant that you don't normally go to out of the normal. Like when we know what we're going to order before we go into a restaurant.
We know where we're going before we leave the house.
Because we know what messes us up. So to go to a new restaurant, we didn't know what to order. It was something different out of the norm. And again, this is why we stick with what we know. We stay in our lane because this is what works for us. And mind you, this was a breakfast. This was a little brunch kind of thing we had. $46. For $62, we could both have a ribeye. Again, so it just makes you learn on where to plan, where to go. And, when you're saying budget wise for $20 more, and we both left hungry.
That's the thing. We ate. I had a Western omelet, and it had, the eggs and the sausage, ham, had green peppers in it. I think green peppers or red peppers. Didn't have any home fries or anything in it, which is good. Had some cheese in it. And then we ordered some bacon with it. And then I had that and I left and I was hungry still. And
So
it was
it's
like,
just, again,
dang.
It's fun to do that occasionally, but for the most part, we stick with what we know. Everything, even budget wise, anything like that, it comes out to, I can have a ribeye this big that will feed me for 2 meals, or go try something.
And we're not pounding a ribeye. Don't get us wrong. And that's what works for us. That's what we have found that works for us. When you find something like that,
it's just easy to repeat.
Just repeat it. If it works for you, repeat it.
And you'll know. And you'll know that by testing your numbers. You're going to know what restaurants agree with you, what restaurants don't agree with you. You can order the ribeye at one restaurant or whatever at the next restaurant and have 2 totally different scenarios, because they may use a different spice, or they may use a different oil.
There you go.
Something like that. So it's all you got to be able to, this is the beauty of learning to track your numbers. You've got to be able to track and know what exactly is affecting your body. And it is different.
The two places we go usually are Texas Roadhouse to get a ribeye, or we'll go to Longhorn and get a ribeye. Those 2 places use two totally different spices. You know what I mean? So there's more spice on this side, less on this side, or whatever the combination. But we know that those 2 are,
those will keep us going in the right direction.
Yeah, they'll keep us going in the right direction. Anybody else is we got to really watch.
And another neat thing that we've learned from that, when we used to do that, when we first started doing that with the ribeye, the whole ribeye went down. It was like we'd sit down, they'd bring that thing out, like, it's like, you want a box? It's like, no. It's like, nope, that baby's going down. And we'd sit there and we'd eat that. And it took that much to fill us up.
At what point?
Yes. Now it is so cool to see, because that steak will feed us for at least 2 days. The same steak we used to order.
We'll eat half of it and then bring the rest home, and tomorrow we'll have steak.
And that's not a big macro counting thing. Our bodies have naturally done that. We stop as soon as we start to feel full. It's like, we're good. I'm good. I don't have to gorge down a 2-pound steak now to feel full. Right. So you'll get there. Just know it's a chemistry shift. And as your mindset changes, as your chemistry changes, everything will just evolve. And that's where just staying slow and consistent is going to work.
And consistency is the key, period.
It is. Any questions? Everybody's doing good.
No questions. Everybody okay?
All right, guys, be over in that group. First of all, I want to tell y'all thank you too. We made it over 1,000 in our group this week.
Woo-hoo!
So
in our
Facebook group. So
over 1,000 followers. That's awesome.
Got over 1,000 people that we're helping around the world. So good job and thank you. And we're so proud to be on this journey with all of you. And we love y'all. If you need anything, give us a text in the group and let us know, and we'll answer them all week long.
That's right.
We love
Have
you
a
guys.
good week.